Why the is this book? First of all, the writing is so tiny. Second of all, why are the pages so filled with so many words? Like, what the
Hello besties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about a topic that has been weighing on my mind for the past couple of weeks since I saw this amazing piece of content. I really wanted to talk about it because if you have been on the book side of YouTube, TikTok or Instagram, you might have come across a video that has sparked quite a bit of conversation, and for a reason. Because when I saw it, I was like perplexed. At the same time, I was like, is this like some kind of joke or sarcasm? Or I didn't understand. I didn't wrap my head around it. So let's rewatch this and discuss it, because there are a lot of nuances in the book community that I want to touch upon in this video that are really, that need to be discussed.
Why the is this book? First of all, the writing is so tiny. Second of all, why are the pages so filled with so many words? Like, what the
And like, my first reaction is, come again? You are surprised that you opened a book and you found words in it? The first point she mentions is that the words are so tiny. That I could get on board with. You know me, I love my big fonts. Every time I do an unboxing, I'm like, yes, big fonts, or no, I'm using my Kindle. So yeah, I understand if the words are tiny. I'm not there to try to strain my eyes to read the text. So I would rather get my Kindle, get an ebook and read it from there, or get the audiobook and the Kindle, both of them, and read it that way, so I can enjoy the book more. But what she said after that, the pages are filled with words. I mean, what did you expect? Maybe some illustrations in some books, yes, but the pages are going to be filled with words. I honestly don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. As I said, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that maybe we are talking about the formatting, but if you have a lot of viewers, if you are on a platform and you promote yourself and you call yourself a book reviewer or a book reader or book lover, or like you are talking about books. That's what I do on my channel. I'm like a book lover. I love reviewing books. That's my thing. So if you are doing that and then recording yourself complaining about the amount of words on a page in a book, is a bit of like concerning to me. And like, the message you are giving is 100% totally disconnecting from who you present yourself to be on this platform. And and also the book she was holding, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, one of the most well-written books ever, in my humble opinion, ever. So intricately crafted, so intense and exhilarating. I mean, that book, you know, I love it. The Six of Crows duology is one of my all-time favorite duologies, books, series ever. A masterpiece. The depth of the characters, each character, the history of each character, their stories, how they came together, the heist, the dialogue, the action, everything, the pacing, every single thing was so well done. So well done. I loved that book so much. And when I saw her holding that book, was just like a stake to my heart. I couldn't. I was like, I wish it was another book. No, not Six of Crows. Like, I understand when you give an opinion and then, for example, I don't enjoy Six of Crows if a person does not enjoy it, but then why? That's opinion critique. Opinion plus critique, that's the review. I don't know, maybe for you it was too wordy, maybe it was dense, maybe it was overwritten. Yes, that's the critique. In your own opinion, that book needed a bit more editing, for example. That is something that I can understand. Not about Six of Crows. But like, I can like understand. I can understand and tolerate and like completely. It also, like, the fantasy genre is, we have very like specific, people are looking for specific things maybe. Some people are not, they don't want to discover new things. Some people just want to read about favorite tropes, for example. So I understand. But when you're judging a book by the words, because it has too many words, I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean. And as I said, what is concerning is that these book reviewers, and like when you have a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people watching these videos, they watch this content and they're like, okay, so for them, especially for like new readers, the last book they read was when they were children, for example, and they see this video, in their head, they're like, okay, if we have too many words, then it is like difficult, or maybe it is boring, or I'm not going to touch it. It's just, if this person says that this book has too many words, it's not for them, then it's not going to be for me, since I'm like just a beginner compared to them. So you become like a compass without even knowing, to be honest. For some people, you become a compass and you are affecting their choices. So when you talk in private, it's not the same thing like with your friends and you talk about these kind of things. It's not the same thing as when you are filming a video talking to many, many people. We have to be more aware of the words that we are saying, of the information that we are giving to the viewers. And too many words is not a scale, or it's not like something, a rule that people should go and like measure books with it, because it's a book. There are middle grade books, graphic novels, manga that have less words. Manga, graphic novels, only dialogue and illustrations. That could be a better choice for people who do not like a lot of words. Middle grade, they tend to have like bigger fonts, and the length of the book, everything is smaller. Also, an e-reader, as I said, if you are struggling with like too many words on a page, an e-reader, like for me, The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi, I can show it to you. And by the way, this is one of my favorite books that I read last year. The font is tiny, as you can see here. So what I did is I got the audiobook and also the ebook to enjoy my time and be comfortable while reading the book. And I ended up loving it. The audiobook, I remember it until this day. The audiobook, I still remember it, was a chef's kiss. If you are planning to read this book, get the audiobook. Absolutely amazing. It transformed the whole experience and I loved it so much. And Six of Crows is another phenomenal work of literature that should be celebrated. I mean, I have this Ledger Grade special edition and I cannot tell you how happy I am to own it. If I could put it on a pedestal, I would. I love the book so much, and like the characters, the depth. So if the only thing that is holding you from reading a book is the number of pages or the font, I have told you about it before, get an e-reader and get the audiobook. And also, when you have an opinion that you think is a bit controversial, I think the best way is to explain yourself more, so people would not just take it as you said it and just apply it to their lives. because, as I said, it can steer them in the wrong direction. And also, we are going to talk about something else. I'm going to show you some screenshots. So what she said is, if there is a paragraph this big, like from the top, that starts at the top of the Kindle and ends at the bottom of the screen, she's skipping it. She's not reading long paragraphs. And again, if you are skipping paragraphs, are you really reading the book? That's my question. So basically, she was expressing that she often skips over lengthy paragraphs, and like where people avoid texts, like as the first example and this example, it can be the same thing. When people avoid texts because they are being too wordy, it raises some red flags to me, at least, because then what it means is that we are witnessing a decline in reading comprehension and engagement with a text, with a story. And if you are doing that, if you are skipping over big paragraphs, then can you call yourself a true reader? Did you truly read the book if you are bypassing essential elements of the story? I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. And also the comments on this piece of content, the comments are even worse. I put some screenshots here. Someone commented and said, real, or if my Kindle says there is anything more than 30 minutes left in the chapter, I am reading dialogue only, babes. Yes, someone wrote that. And here the creator responded and said, 30 minutes in a chapter, I'm getting an energy drink, lol. I mean, that's okay. It's a joke, okay. Get an energy drink, I mean, by all means. But like, people are reading only dialogue if the chapter is 30 minutes or long. Really? And then after you finish reading the dialogue, like, yes, how do you understand what happened into the plot? Like, do you know if there is a new character that has been introduced? Do you know if something changed in the plot? Do you know where they are at the end of the dialogue? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And it gets better. It gets better. Let's read another one. Another comment, I skim it just so I don't miss a major twist. So they are commenting on this creator saying, as I said, the paragraph is too long, then I will skip over it. Here she says she does not skip, but she skims. So she's skim reading just so I don't miss a major twist. Laughing emoji. And the creator said, listen, I am convinced if you read the first and last sentence in long paragraphs that are a page long, you basically understand what was said. Ha ha. How? Please tell me how. I mean, I consider this a superpower. If you read the first sentence in a long paragraph and the last sentence, you understand what happened in between. That's a superpower. Please share. Share your secret because I need it. I mean, we all need it, don't we? How? Emotions, plotline, settings, inner thoughts, descriptions. I don't know. How do you immerse yourself in the story then? How do you say that you read the book? How do you review the book honestly? Like, I'm getting frustrated now. How can you stand and film yourself reviewing a book that you honestly read? cover to cover. How can you say, okay, this is what I think about this book? If you skimmed over paragraphs, long paragraphs. Next, I skip right to the quotations. And what she means, she's only reading the dialogue. She does not read what's in between. And then the creator responded and said, or if we are in the middle of a whole conversation, but then somehow there is 4 paragraphs of context in between the dialogue. Then she skips those 4 paragraphs of context and she only reads the response of the other character, for example. So if we have a character A was saying something and then we have like text paragraphs in between and then character B is responding, they only read character A line, character B line. Again, I'm perplexed, I'm flabbergasted, I don't know, like how, if you only read dialogue, imagine you pick up a book and you read the dialogue, and if there is like long paragraphs between the lines then you are only going to read the dialogue. How do you understand, like explain. How do you understand? Like, how do you immerse yourself in the story and feel the characters? I mean, I don't feel every book. That's why we have 5 stars, 4 stars, and 3 stars, and like different ratings for books, because not every book will convey the emotions, and like I'm not feeling the emotions that the characters feel in each book. And that's what makes a 5 star a 5 star. But if you only read dialogue, then you will not understand. Believe me when I tell you, you won't understand the book. You won't understand what the author is trying to say. You will not understand the emotions that the author is trying to make you feel. You will not understand the anxiousness, the surprise, the pressure, the angst, the romance. Nothing. I mean, the inner thoughts are in those paragraphs. The inner thoughts are in those paragraphs. The setting, the touching. If she was running from the conversation and he took her by her hand, and all of these are written in those paragraphs. The past, maybe they were like reflecting on something that happened in the past and that relate to this conversation, and that's why they are responding that way. You won't understand the book. You cannot review a book where you only skimmed through paragraphs, only read the beginning and the ending of a long paragraph, and then only read the dialogue. I'm sorry. It's just impossible. And like reviewing the books. That's why I wanted to sit down and talk to you. I was like, how is this even possible? I know that our attention span has decreased significantly. Human beings don't have the same attention span as they had previously. A lot of statistics show that. I know that a lot of people don't engage with the text as much as they should. But if you want to review a book, or if you want to even like put your star rating at the end of a book, you have to be honest and you have to give it a fair shot, and you have to think while you are reading the book and think why you are loving it or why you are not enjoying it as much. Sometimes I'm not enjoying a book and then I'm like, why? And it is not easy. Let me tell you, it's not easy to pinpoint the exact thing that is making you not liking a certain chapter or a book or a passage. Or it is an exercise to your mind to go to analyze everything you've read and go through every single detail, and you're like, that was the thing. I didn't like the childish dialogue, or like that word was used so many times, or anything. And as I said, even if you are not a book reviewer, like you don't have that access to hundreds of viewers or thousands of viewers, if you are going to review a book on Amazon or on Goodreads or on any like book reviewing platform, you should read the book first. The whole book. Read the whole book first and then review it. And because if you don't do it, then you are being dishonest to the author's work, to the author, and to the people who are reading your review and basing their choices off of it. If they are going to pick it up or not, if they are going to buy it or not. And that is not fair. Not fair to the author, not fair to the book, not fair to the readers. I can understand that some books seem daunting, and some books, because they are too wordy, too lengthy, they seem like a challenge and they are scary to pick up or intimidating. Like for me, Empire of the Vampire was so thick. I mean, even like Kingdom of Ash, which is the last book in the Throne of Glass series, and like the Crescent City books, those are very, very thick books. Kingdom of Ash, I think, is 1,000-page long. So there are a lot of books that people love and adore that are very, very popular, that are very lengthy and very wordy too. So don't be intimidated by word count or like by the length of the book. Get yourself an e-reader. The e-readers really, really makes it so easy. And so like the book would be so much approachable if you have an e-reader and if you don't see the thickness and the page count and everything. But don't label a book as unmanageable just because it has a higher word count. To be honest, I can't help but feel a growing concern about this emerging mindset, because it feels like we are at risk of losing something fundamental when it comes to reading. The experience, the enlightening experience, the feeling that you are stripped out of this world and traveled to another universe, another world where nothing else exists but these characters and this story and this setting. And that experience is unmatched. It is unique. So why would you want to take away from that? Please let me know about your thoughts and opinions about this in the comments. Let's discuss it. Let's spread awareness about this, and enjoy your reads, enjoy your books, read every single word, enjoy every single page. And if you are not enjoying the book, DNF it and pick another one. Life is too short. Just read and enjoy reading. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!